Welcome to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. 1580thepraise.com, a gold chip communication station. And this is Kay Willis with the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show. And I have my guest back, Tawana T. Styles.
Hey.
So I hope you guys tuned in to our last episode. Tawana was just dropping some jewels on us. Bling, bling, bling every 5 seconds. So if you guys didn't listen to that, I need you guys to go back and listen to that episode. But we're going to do another episode, so let's go ahead and talk. So we mentioned in our previous episode about Ohio Media School.
Yes.
And that was one of the steps that helped everything come in order.
Yes.
What made you want to go to Ohio Media School?
Since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a rapper. So my older brother, he loved rap. And I remember when he got his first boom box, he was listening to Slick Rick. And I was just sitting there. I had to be about 7 years old. I remember just admiring him and the music. And so I always wanted to rap. But of course, not to say that I can't do it now, because I don't want you to say if I'm too old to do that. It's just, that wasn't kind of where my head was at. But I've always been into media, right? Mm-hmm. So I do motivational speaking. And so I had started doing this thing on Facebook Live where I would give motivation. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to learn how to do that on a larger scale. And so I was like, the Ohio Media School came up, and literally this was right after, God delivered me completely from alcohol and marijuana. And it came across Instagram, and I was like, I've never heard of Ohio Media School. I looked into it. I called one day, and 2 days later, I was in the school.
Wow.
I was accepted. A week later, I was in the school. And so I went through the program, breezed through, just like hair school. It was like, I love to talk. I love helping people. This is another thing that I can honestly say I can see myself doing this.
Yes.
Especially sitting here like in a real studio for the first time. I'm like, oh, I
can see it. Yes. You're looking good. So sitting over there. Oh, it fits you.
Yes. So this is part of my journey.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get into this type of thing. So and that's how I met you.
That's how Tawana and I met. So Tawana and I met at Ohio Media School, and we had an opportunity to volunteer. And she and I were the only ones that volunteered. And then we volunteered for the Fashion Week, and we just became friends. And, we have the same energy, the same vibe. So that's my girl.
Yes.
So, that's how we met at Ohio Media School as well. So, you guys check them out. Google them. Yes. So, with that being said, with Ohio Media School, you also have your own podcast. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I have a podcast called Talking with T, T-E-A, myself and another friend of ours, Tanika. So it's called Talking with T, Filling Your Cup Until It Overflows. It's a motivational, positive podcast. Now, we do have a few episodes up. It is on pause right now just because we are so busy doing so many things. But I will tell you, sitting here right now, it's like, Tawana, pick the mic back up.
Come on.
Pick the mic back up. So it has been on pause, and especially because I just opened the salon. So I'm in there full time. I have a barber. I have a nail tech. I have a few, not assistants. They are young ladies who are basically training under me through a program.
Like apprentices,
yes. So I have them in there. And then I have a 4-year-old at home. And an 18-year-old. So my life is really busy. So when I was doing the podcast, I'm not going to lie, it was a lot. So we fell back just a little bit. So, but I'm feeling like I need to jump back into it.
Yes.
A lot of lives need to be saved.
Absolutely. Life be lifing. But like you said, a lot of lives need to be saved. So what topics do you guys talk about sometimes? So
we talk about different things like never giving up, everything, I'll put it like this, is positive motivation. So anything that'll motivate a person to be better, to do better, we talk about it. And I can't give you like a specific title right off right now, but we're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. So it's Talking with TEA. You can go check out the few episodes that we do have available. But all of them are based on filling your cup until it's overflowing. Because you know how I used to be this type of person. I would be half full. I would go out into the world and I would just be filling everybody's cups up. And by the time I got home, I was depleted. I'm just wore out. I'm tired. So we're teaching people how to fill your cup up before you leave the house until it's overflowing. So that when you go out, you got something to give. And then when you come home, you have something left. So our podcast is doing that. We want to fill you up until it's just overflowing. So you have something to give and something left when you go home.
I love that. So when you're flying on the plane, they tell you, put on your oxygen mask first. So it's kind of like that. Put your oxygen mask first. Then you can help the babies. Then you can help your husband. You can help everybody else out once you got yourself together first. So the same thing. I love that because I am a type of person as well. I'm always helping everybody else out. And it's like, hey, you got to do something for you too. So I love that. Yes. So I'm looking forward to more episodes. You guys make sure you tune in.
Now, and also, I have a Facebook page called Talking with T. Latrice. So that was my original motivational thing. So Talking with TEELATRICE. Talking with T. Latrice. So that's my personal thing that I do. Just motivating people. So, check that out as well.
Absolutely. Check that out. And then I want to get into your motivation because you are very motivational. And you mentioned about Bob Proctor and the Mastermind Group. Mm-hmm. So can you elaborate a little bit on that more and your motivation?
So I joined the seminar 4 years ago, and I was at a place in my life where I felt like I was about to have a nervous breakdown. I was going through a lot in my life. I think everything over time in my life had just started crashing down on me, and I prayed about it and I asked God to help me. And this video on YouTube popped up of Bob Proctor from 1970 something called Do You Know Who You Are? And during that, and it's on YouTube. And during that, he said the way that he discovered himself and his purpose was a seminar. And I thought, well, I've never taken a seminar. And I thought, well, I wonder if he has a seminar coming up. And I Googled it. And this was God just leading me, right? Googled it. And just so happened he was having his first ever seminar online.
Wow.
First online ever because of COVID, because it was COVID. So I paid the money. I took the seminar. Boom. Now, there was a Facebook page that he had for his members. And in that, one of the girls said, hey, I would like to start a mastermind group. Anybody interested? So myself and about 7 other girls joined. And we're still in touch to this day. We would meet online on Zoom every week, every Sunday. We pick a book, and each week we go over a chapter. And we started doing our manifestation type of thing where we just write out what we want. And we were sharing our things. And I was the baby in the group because they had already been into this type of stuff. I didn't know anything about this. And really what all manifestation is really just having faith and believing in something that you really want. And we connected and we've been friends. We became close friends, and they're from everywhere, from France to the UK, like California, everywhere. We became like sisters. And as a matter of fact, a few of them one is in New York and the other is in maybe Seattle. They're coming down to visit me next month.
Oh.
And this will be our first time actually meeting in person. Now, they have been getting together. My money's not that long yet. So, they're able to travel the world and do all these things. However, they're coming to see me because they're so proud of me for how far I've come.
Yes.
Because they watch me go from just down here with it to my dreams just becoming my reality because of I changed my thinking.
Come on now.
And allow God to just lead me. So, and then with that, I've always been positive and motivational all my life. And so I just started doing like Facebook Lives. And it was like, you know what? I'm going to just go live and give someone some motivation today. So what I would do, because of this mastermind group, they teach you to get up in the morning, write out your goals. And the main thing is gratitude. Gratitude. Write out 10 things you're grateful for every day. And it brings more to you. And it puts you in a happier place. So I would do that and then do my reading. And I would just do all these steps that I was taught. And I was like, you know what? I want to give back to people. Mm-hmm. So every day before I would start work, I would click on my camera on Facebook and I would go live on a topic, whatever God gave me, because he would give it to me while I was in the shower. And I just click on live and I would just pour into people. I would let God speak through me to the people. And that's how my motivational thing started. And then I ended up at the media school, and then Tika and I started our podcast. And it's just, and let me go back. I do it behind the chair every single day. When I'm doing hair, I pour into people every single day. So outside of clicking on a camera, I'm motivating people behind the chair every day. That's just who I am.
Yes. Walking in your purpose.
I'm walking in my purpose.
And I love how you have a group of people to help and guide you. Because I think that's one key that a lot of people miss, because we're not on this earth for ourselves. You know, we have to help others as well. So to get with like-minded people, because that's what you did. Yes. You got with like-minded people to accomplish your goal. And your money will be long. We speaking that. It's long now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we speaking it's long now.
Yes.
We got to speak that to existence. It's here. It's here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I don't know right now at 6:45, but we don't know what God got going on at. You know what I'm saying? In a couple more minutes, he is a miracle worker, and he can do the impossible.
Yes.
So we're going to speak that. Yes. But can you talk about connections? Connecting with the right people. Like you connected with Tika. You connected with the mastermind group. How can you encourage others to get connected? Because some people think I could do it on my own. Oh, I got this. And then 1 year later, they still where they at. Because they got this. I could do it. I don't need nobody. I don't need no help. So how can you help that person who said they don't need help?
I would definitely say nobody can do it alone. Nobody on this earth can do it alone. So it's imperative and important that if you're around people who don't support you, if you're around people who, you know, we're not going to put this out there, but I hate to do it, but jealous, envious, these negative traits, and you know it.
Right.
You don't like it. You might even love these people who don't want to see you grow, but you want to grow. You're kind of like, okay, we grew up in the same place. We come from the same place, but I see myself over here doing this. But they're like, oh, no, you can't do that because we come from this. I suggest you run fast the other way. Go find people who believe in you. And first of all, I need you to believe in you.
Yes.
And that's how the people who believe in you will come. The moment that you believe you can do it is the moment that you'll attract the people who believe that you can do it. But you have to get away from naysayers and negative people who don't even believe in themselves, because you'll stay stuck. It's like crabs in a bucket. They'll try to pull you back down. In order for me to be where I am, I literally had to leave the place that I was from. I love where I'm from. There are people doing great things where I'm from. Unfortunately, where I grew up, you know, we were in poverty. And I had a poverty mindset. And I didn't realize until I got away from that there was a bigger world. And you literally choose to be in that. Once you are grown, you can either choose to stay stagnant or grow. And I didn't know that because I was only doing what I saw around me, right? So I suggest you start looking outside the box. Step away from where you are and who you're around. If it's not lifting you up, if it's not conducive, if it's not positive, get away from it as fast as you can and go find some people who support you. Start supporting yourself, believe in your dreams, and then go find people who support you. They're out there, but you have to believe in you first, and they'll come. And don't push them away when they come because you're so used to this thing over here. It's just like a relationship.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, a lot of people come from broken homes, broken relationships. That's all they know. So when a good thing comes along, they push it away because they don't know anything different. Just try it. Just try something different. I'll guarantee you'll like it and you won't want to go back to the old stuff. So I just say, just try.
That's good. Just try it. Just like, you know, when you go to Sam's Club and Costco's and they have the little samplers. And then they be like, you want to try this? Just try it. Just like how y'all try those samplers. Y'all need to try to get y'all some new friends. Go to a new environment. I mean, sometimes just get in your car and just drive and just, you know, just go to a nice neighborhood and be like, I'm going to be there one day.
That's how I got my car.
Come on now.
I went to the lot. I used to just sit at the lot. I would drive. And the last time that I went to the lot, I sat and had lunch. I just sat there and had some pizza and ice cream from Costco. And I sat in that lot and I pictured me driving one of these new ones. And I'd be doggone if I didn't get it. So you had to dream big. And not to sound cocky, you know, I own T Styles Beauty and Beyond, right?
Yes.
I tell people, when you sit in my chair, you might have went there, but when you get here, you won't be going back.
Come on now.
You know, and if you sat here, when you go over there, I'll see you when you get back. Because I love hair, right? I'm going to take care of hair. So with anything, try something new. You just might like it. You wouldn't want that old again.
You don't want that old.
Get the new.
Get the new.
Step your game up.
Yeah, step it all the way up. Throw that old thing away and go and get the new.
You deserve it.
That part.
You know, I understand. Well, I'm trying to do. Listen, we all deserve any and everything that we want. We were put here to have it.
Yes.
But if you don't believe you can have it, you won't have it. Go after it. It's yours.
Get that mustard seed faith and go for it. And I'm with Tawana too, the same thing, because we both got sister cars.
Right.
By the grace of God. It ain't nothing but God. But every time I would see that car, I always like pray for someone. I'd be like, thank you, Father. Every time I see that car, I'd be like, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. And then it manifested. Like you said, everything people would tell me, no, go get this, get that. And I was like, no, this is what I want. You should get this. You'll look good in that. No, this is what I want. And it happened.
And can I tell you another thing that people should do? This will bring goodness to you and good things, right? When you see someone walking or wherever they are in the world, silently pray that something good happens for them.
Yes.
Strangers that you do not know. When you see them, you going in the store, you walking past someone, just say, I pray that something good happens for that person today. God, I ask that you bless them. Even if you're in the midst of troubles and hard times, pray something good for somebody that you see and watch what happens in your life.
Absolutely. Because guess what? You can't beat God's blessing. So if you're praying for somebody, I mean, somebody's going to be praying for you. So just continue to let that happen and speak good things over people and be kind and know that you can have great things and you deserve great things.
You do.
Come on now, Tawana. if ain't nobody learning, I'm learning. Come on now.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to forget that on the motivational side, because that taught me a lot. Praying something good for someone else, even in the midst of my troubles. And also, if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to say excellent. It took me a long time to be comfortable saying that. But when you believe that, it really becomes your reality. So when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to say excellent. And really, my life is excellent now. It's unbelievable.
Right. Because every time we wake up, somebody didn't. So it's excellent. Yes, it's excellent. It could be worse, but it's excellent.
Yes.
Food on the table is excellent.
You're breathing.
That's excellent. Enough. Gas in the car. Excellent. Come on now. Y'all better be listening to Tawana T Styles, because she is on it. Yes. So I know you mentioned before about your car and how you was talking with Tika. And if you want to share that. Yes.
So we were doing the
Fashion Week.
And Tika and I, we were walking, and we were actually walking Sean Anthony to his car. We had everybody, we were carrying equipment, and his car was nice. And we were like, I said, you know what? I want a new car one day. And she said, me too. I said, so, okay, let's just imagine we're in our new car. So we're walking and we downtown on High Street. I was like, yep, I'm going to have my new car. And I knew what I wanted. She knew what she wanted. We were like, oh, yes. And then as we were walking, I said, but shoot, a car payment? And then she was like, I know, and a this and a that. I said, hold on. Do you see what we're doing? We went from imagining ourselves having it with a positive spirit to now seeing that we can't have it. No, we are not going to do that. So we went right back to thinking positive. Mm-hmm. Within a week, I got my car, and the following week she got hers.
Look at God. Yes. So the power of visualization, like you said.
It's really faith.
It's faith. Faith. Yes. And Mark 11:24. And also the mustard seed. You got to have that faith. You got to, believe.
Yes.
Believe and faith.
Yes.
Come on now. Now, if y'all ain't learned nothing, y'all better get with T Styles. How can we get with you? We want the motivation. We want the podcast, and we want to sit in your chair. So how can we do that?
So T Styles Beauty and Beyond on all platforms is how you can find me with the hair. Talking with T on all platforms. Talking with TEA is where you can find our podcast, and then T Latrice on Facebook is where you can find my motivational page. So we're located at 3963 Cleveland Avenue, Unit F. I would love to see you guys and take care of your hair or whatever you need me to do. Reach out. Yes. I'm always available.
Always available. She's on Cleveland Avenue, right across. I'm going to give y'all a landmark. Right across from Speedway.
Ferris and Cleveland Avenue.
Ferris and Cleveland Avenue in Columbus, Ohio, so you can't miss it.
You cannot.
Yeah. So I want to thank you, T Styles, for coming out. Before we go, is there anything that you want to tell the audience?
I just want to say keep the faith and believe. Do not give up. Because God is with you everywhere you go. You just have to believe.
That's good.
And I just want to thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she's an amazing person, as you guys can see. And tell us your information again, just in case they didn't hear. Did you get a chance to write it down?
You can find us at Talking with TEA on all platforms for our podcast. T Styles Beauty and Beyond on all platforms for hair. We're located at 3963 Cleveland Avenue at Cleveland and Ferris, right across from Speedway. And T Latrice on Facebook. You can find me, TEE Latrice.
Thank you so much. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, it's the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show. Thank you, T Styles and 1580thepraise.com, a Gold Chip communication station.